Hey, good morning guys. This is Raj H, the author of the My Wi-Fi Lifestyle blog. I'm making a video this morning after my workout as usual. For those of you who used to see my videos, you know that I usually make them right after I work out. So, not all the time, but that's a general thing because I need cool down time anyways. And then a lot of times while I'm working out, I think of something that I really want to talk about. It just kind of hits me. I don't know, when you're in that state of mind, ideas just start popping into your head. So I'm going to share some stuff today that really, I'll probably post this on my YouTube channel as well, but this is not going to be about internet marketing or training techniques or not really even personal development, but closer to that. It's going to be something that's more related to my blog, which is also named, well, it is called My Wi-Fi Lifestyle, I said at the beginning, but my YouTube channel is also called My Wi-Fi Lifestyle. But on my YouTube channel, I almost normally only share personal development and internet marketing techniques and training, stuff like that. So, sorry about all the sweat. So anyways, let me get right to it, man. I've been just thinking, the fact is that my vlog is about travel, food, and culture, and the only type of videos that I've posted normally are on internet marketing techniques, which is also part of my blog. I mean, in my blog, I share about travel, food, and culture, and from whatever aspect that I choose to share those things from. Those are some of the things I'm passionate about in life. But I also share how to build a Wi-Fi lifestyle so that I can enjoy my passions, so that I'm able to take part in my passions. I mean, if I was to work a regular 9-to-5 job, I'd be taking a vacation once a year, if that. And with so little money to go on that vacation, I wouldn't really be able to see the places I wanted to see. So I feel like it is my responsibility to share with others how they can live their own Wi-Fi lifestyle, and that could be whatever you want it to be. I call it my Wi-Fi lifestyle because I like to travel. So wherever there's an internet connection, I can make money as long as I got a laptop, a cell phone, laptop, or a PC, or a tablet, or something like that. Some kind of device that can connect to the internet and that I can type on or make videos with or whatever. So, I mean, that doesn't mean you would necessarily, maybe your passion is not about travel, it's not travel, but it might be something else. Your passion might be archery or bow fishing or something like that, and you just don't have enough time to really pursue it, or maybe even make a living off of it. If you love it that much, if you love something so much, you should be able to make a living off of it, and that can be your Wi-Fi lifestyle. Because technically, I'm trying to teach you how to do internet marketing. That's how I teach you how to build your Wi-Fi lifestyle, which means that let's say for example you love bow fishing. You get like one of those little wireless hotspots that you get from Verizon or from whatever cell phone provider, and you go out there on the boat, man, and you go out early in the morning, and you decide to shoot some fish and hunt some fish or whatever, and you kill a couple, and then you take a break, pull out your laptop from your bag while you're on the river, throw up your little Wi-Fi hotspot or your little internet hotspot, data package hotspot, or whatever it's called, and sit there early in the morning, the sun just came up, and do a little bit of your business work, whatever that is, internet marketing or blogging or whatever, or take a video of the fish you just caught. That could be part of your blog. If you're making money the way I'm making it, you could be blogging about bow fishing, and then you could be choking a video of a fish in the video and then post it on your blog straight to your hotspot right there, and then write a little bit about it, tag that blog or whatever, put it into certain categories, and if you don't blog, then you don't know what I mean, but if you know what blogging is, then you understand. You got to tag it and put it in categories, post it, publish it, and then go back to fishing. So you basically would be living your own version of Wi-Fi, your Wi-Fi lifestyle, but it would be in your own way, doing the things you're passionate about. So you necessarily might never even leave your city, but you could still, or you might not leave your country, but you could still make money doing business, from any Wi-Fi connection or data connection there is around. So it technically would still be your Wi-Fi lifestyle, because everything I teach is to be done on the internet, is to be done through blogging, through network marketing. Through affiliate marketing, network marketing, and traffic techniques, getting traffic to your page, which is all about how you that's the major way you make money after you build a blog. If people ain't coming to your page, and you're not really going to make any money. So anyways, you get the point. So I wanted to share about so that's why I always share about not just my passions, but how I'm able to pursue my passions, because I want to teach people that they can always pursue their passions in life. They don't have to be stuck with what they're doing. And I know it's like a wide held belief in society, and it really bugs me because I just don't believe I just don't see why people don't see it. I mean, I guess there are some people that just have to be a part of a group, have to be part of a workforce, have to be given things to do by a higher authority like their boss or their supervisor or manager, and to just kind of guide it along, just do this every day, and they're happy. They don't want to be creative, or they don't want to go out there and have to make their own decisions and have to try to figure out how to build life for themselves, and that's totally fine. I'm not downing on that type of person. I mean, everyone's got to be comfortable with where they're at, and at the same time, you know, for the people like you and me who want to build ourselves our own business and our own lifestyle where we can do what we want and make the kind of money we want, I guess if everyone thought like us, then the world we wouldn't have the people to do the other work that we didn't need it done, right? And I'm not trying to offend anyone, but it's the truth, you know. For example, here I live. And now I can get down to the rich, creamy feeling of my eclair, as I like to say sometimes. Like, for example, I just wanted to share about how traveling has affected me so much. Just, you know, I've been traveling since before I could walk, because my dad worked for the airlines and my mom was a doctor, and it's always been so awesome to be able to go around the world. Even before I could even understand that I was going around the world, I even took my first baby steps in the Frankfurt airport, you know, in Germany. So it was like, just, you know, I was born on the road. My mom and dad were traveling in the United States on a road trip, and then she went into labor in Indianapolis. So I was born in Indianapolis. So even though I'm not from there, I was born there. So, you know, I was a born traveler, and traveling has always affected me, because when I see other cultures and other people and how they live their lives, and you know, the kind of foods they eat and the kind of traditions they practice and the kind of things they value, and you know, the way they run their societies and their government and everything like that, it's so interesting to me, because it really it gives me another perspective from the one I grew up in, which is the United States. You know, that's what I'm used to. So and growing up, I didn't really take advantage of a lot of the traveling and stuff. I mean, take advantage of it. I took it for granted. I just was like, oh, this is nice. That's nice. I didn't really understand the value of it. It was only until once I got into my 20s and you know, started to realize that, man, I need to take advantage of everything I do. When I travel, I need to actually learn about things, where I'm at, about the food, what the food means, how did this dish come about, where did it originate from, you know, things like that, because, you know, food can tell a story too. So, and like I was saying, you see, I am the tangent king. I will just go off on a tangent at the you know, at the blink of an eye, and I'm sorry about that. But for example, I was going back to saying, you know, you got to have those people who are willing, not willing, but who are comfortable and only want to have those secure 9-to-5 jobs, or that kind of job where they come in, they're told what to do, they do it, and they go, and they have security and a paycheck, and that's totally fine. They're, you know, if that's what works for them. I mean, truly deep down inside, that's what works for them, and it's not about being afraid or having fear of going out and pursuing their true passions and being happy. But that's totally fine. You know, you know, you cannot ever I never disrespect anyone else's way of thinking or way of living. You know, that's their choice. You know, so, and like I was saying, we have to have people like you and me who want to live our lifestyles and build our own business. We have to have people like that. For example, here I live in this house in India right now. I mean, I have a house here and I have a house in the States. So, in the States, I don't have people. I mean, I still, my Wi-Fi lifestyle is still growing, but it's not to the point yet where I can, you know, I can afford a 24-hour maid or a daily maid service. You know, still do my own work at the house. Whereas in India here, with the fact that it's, you know, it has the second biggest population on the planet, there's plenty of people who are willing to work for you know, a decent rate. You know, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who work here at our house. They live at my house here in India, and they work here. I get up in the morning. I don't got to worry about making my bed, doing my laundry, cleaning my bathroom. It's done for me every single day. The dusting, you know, everything is done. I don't have to do nothing. If I need food, or you know, right now I'm doing a juicing. I'm doing a daily juicing. In the States, I would have to cut my own vegetables, throw them in the blender, blah blah blah. I don't have to do that here, you know, and I pay these people they get paid better than anyone outside of any other kind of helpers. We call them workers. People in India call them servants, but I don't like to use the word servants. It feels like it's derogatory. They're not below me. It implies that they're beneath me. They're not. They're just people working for their money, and I truly believe that I consider them exactly equal on my level, because we're all human beings, so we're all equal, and you know, and I treat them as such, and I pay them. We make sure that they're paid at a level that's, you know, above what someone outside at another house doing the same work would get paid. And plus we give them room and board and electricity and all that. We don't charge them for any of that stuff, their own bathrooms and their own kitchens and whatnot. So, you know, and I get all that here in this country. I get that, and they are happy with that, you know. Sometimes I wonder, could I teach the guy here, that one of the workers, the security guard here, the guy who works, him and his wife and his child live here, could I teach him that he could become you know, he could be his own business owner and do certain, you know, he could run, you know, he could build his own business and live his own lifestyle where he can pursue his passions and be his own boss, you know, like how I'm trying to do. And honestly, that concept is so far from their mind that it would be hard. I mean, I'm not saying it'd be impossible, but it'd be near impossible to get them to think that way. Indians generally don't think that way anyways. Most Indians are either engineers, IT people, or doctors, you know, so they go for the fields where I mean, yeah, definitely have respect and security, you know, but you working for the man, or you know, you've got a set schedule and you don't have time, and so on and so forth. So and workers here are no different. They're very happy with what they have, because if, you know, we're not working here, they wouldn't have anything. So you know, so we need people like that who think that way, because then it facilitates the few of us who are brave enough to go out there, and are not brave. I don't want to say that, and I'm not implying that those of you who don't want to go out there and do it are scared. But you know, I'm just saying that, you know, for those of us who are brave enough, or who have just that desire to, you know, not be under anyone's reins, but to do our life the way we want to do it, we have to have people like that. You know, we have to have bankers, we have to have people to take care of our money, we have to have accountants to take care of our finances, we have to have pilots to fly our planes so we can go to the countries we want, we have to have people to manufacture our bows so we can go bow hunting. You know, you got to have people like that. Otherwise, if we were all doing our own thing, maybe we wouldn't have anyone to get us on through life. So anyways, you know, and I still want to reiterate, I am not dogging on anyone's lifestyle or how you choose to live, but I am just trying to help those who are ready for it, and who inside they know they're not happy with what they're doing, and they do have a passion to do something in life, or something different in life, and be their own boss, and step out there and take that chance, so that they could possibly make more money, be their own boss, have their own time, spend more time with their family, you know, make money doing, you know, the things they're passionate about, you know, because that's the best way to make money, because then it's not even like work anymore, you know. For me making videos, at first, I love talking, as you can tell, and I love socializing, and I love, you know, I mean, I don't mind being on the camera. At first I was a little nervous. I always used to make a lot of videos where I wasn't, you know, commentating that much, but I mean, I have done a lot of videos where I commentate as well, but you know, that was more for fun. But when I realized I was going to start doing it for my blog and for my business and for my YouTube channel, it was like very nerve-wracking. But once I started, I was like, this is natural for me. I like this. You know, I love doing this. I love sharing about my life. I love sharing, I mean, helping by sharing video, internet marketing techniques and things like that. It makes me feel good to be able to help, and to maybe even hopefully get people to see that they, you know, maybe help them, you know, pursue a different life, and maybe change their life for the positive, for the better. You know, I love being able to do that. So this is great for me. This is an awesome thing that I'm doing. I mean, I love doing this, because, you know, I don't really have any specific talents that I can think of. You know, I'm not really great at any one thing. I know a little bit about a lot of things, and I'm marginally good at a lot of things, but I'm not expert at anything, you know. So, you know, this for me is great, because this is something I can do. The one thing my psychiatrist tells me, yes, I see a psychiatrist, and I'm not a loony. I see the person because they helped me when I was coming out of my addiction phase of life, and she helped me. It's a lady doctor, a really amazing doctor, by the way, and she helped me out of that phase. And even after I got my stuff together, I always see her to kind of keep myself in check, because even like last year and this year I was kind of going off course again, and so I'm starting to see her again. And I'm going to continue seeing her, no matter whether it's the video chat or whatever. You know, she sees me once a month just because it helps me. She helps me. She asks me the right questions and helps me figure out my own answers. You know, I love that. So I do see a psychiatrist, and even her, and so anyways, point was, even she told me that you know, Raj, one of your greatest talents. She told me you'd make a great psychiatrist. One of your greatest talents is you have a very unique ability to step outside of yourself and see yourself the way other people see you. So then, and when you can do that, then you can see what your problems are and fix them. Now, I can't see all my problems, but she says that as compared to most people, I'm able to do that, and I'm able to also look at people from a way that, you know, where I can help, you know, where I can help them understand what their problems are too, because I can actually take myself, step outside that person, explain to them in the way that would help them understand how they can see their problem, instead of just telling them in a way, no person, this is your problem, because everyone can see another person's problem, but to be able to explain it to them in a way that they'll accept, it's different. So that's the one talent she said I had. So I figured I could cross that over into making these videos and, you know, doing the internet marketing and things like that I do in blogging. I think that I can do that. You know, now I'm very strongly opinionated, and sometimes when I say things, I say them in a way that I'm not taking another person's feelings into consideration. But that's not it at all. It's just that I always take everyone's feelings into consideration, but sometimes I feel like if I had to edit myself, you know, this life has become so neutered, especially the Western lifestyle in America and places. They're so neutered. Everyone gets so offended for each and everything. Everything is wrong to say now. You know, that's not politically correct. You got to be diplomatic the way you talk. I mean, come on, dude. Everyone's becoming like this neutered, you know, this neutered word zombie where they can't say anything that will offend any one class of person. You know, and everyone finds something to want to be offended by. That's ridiculous. You know, I can't stop saying something just because someone's going to be offended by it. I'm sorry, it just gets old for a while. It gets old after a while. And so, you know, I just want to be who I'm going to be. And if you understand who I am, you know that I don't mean anything by it. And if you don't choose to take the time to understand me, then I probably don't want to be your friend anyway. So, anyways, let me get back down to, you know, to be honest with you, this is none of the stuff that I really want to talk about. But, you know, it kind of went off in that direction. But I hope that it was kind of helpful for you anyways. But I still wanted to share some stuff with you, you know. Recently, I've been traveling a lot. This year I traveled to Asia, and I've been in India, I've been in Malaysia, and getting ready to go back to the States, and then we'll be traveling around the States quite a bit. So I wanted to share, like, one of the things, you know, I was driving down the street yesterday, and you know, you look at the streets of India, just nothing like the streets of a westernized country. Totally dirty, and that's the way American would describe it. Very dirty, very unorganized. The traffic here is so bad that when apparently I read a story or heard a story from a fellow Indian. He read in the paper once that they wanted to do something about the traffic. It's just so unorganized. There's no rules. There's no lane discipline. People just crossing over. There's a lot of bikes. You know, there's no looking in your rear view to switch lanes or not. People just, you got to drive just being very aware, looking both sides all the time. You know, it's just crazy. Maybe I'll post a video one day of the Indian traffic on my blog. But so this guy, he read this paper, there's a story in the paper where the Indian government called over, like, some people from the highway, the DM, you know, the department in the United States that runs the DMV and all those things that sets up the rules of our road systems there and how people drive and stuff. They called a couple of officials from the states to come help the Indian government switch their system over to a more disciplined system, a more, you know, quote-unquote safe system. The people get to the airport, and so the Indian government has a nice car to go pick them up and take them to where they're going to have lunch. So they're picked up, taken to their hotel to freshen up. Then from the hotel, they're taken over to where they're having lunch. And while they're sitting down to have lunch, the Indian officials and all, they chit-chat and talk about whatever, how was your flight, this and that, and I hope everything, your accommodations are okay, blah, blah, blah. Then they start to get down to the nitty-gritty, like preliminary talks about what they can start doing. So the Indian officials for the road system here asked the American officials, like, so what, the American authorities or whatever, what do you think we could start with on getting the system here changed? And they said, oh, we're just here to have lunch. As a matter of fact, we've already booked our flight back. There's absolutely nothing we can do from you based on the traffic that we saw from the hotel on the way to lunch and from the airport to the hotel to lunch. So, and they kind of laughed. I mean, they seriously kind of laughed in their face and a little bit like, not laugh, but they didn't laugh, but they basically just couldn't. They were just like, there's absolutely nothing we can do for you. Looking at the way your system runs, you know, it would take a major overhaul, you know, it would take a dictatorship to be able to get this thing under control. So, you know, that's how different it is here. You know, looking around, I was looking and I was thinking to myself, man, everywhere you go in the world, it's just so different. Things that we take for granted where we're from. You know, we drive our car on the road, and you know, if we get to a light, the light is red, we are going to stop. There's not going to be any issue of us thinking about not stopping. Whereas in India, if there's no one looking, or you know, they don't see any cars coming, they'll just go right on through. That kind of stuff we take for granted, you know. The clean streets, we take it for granted, you know. Now, and would I say that India should clean up its streets? Yes, probably, but at the same time, if I were to leave here tomorrow and come back, you know, a year later, and the streets were totally clean like they were in a Western country, I'd be a bit confused by it. I wouldn't feel like I was in India anymore. It's part of what makes India India. So every place has their things that when you first look at it, you might be like, I don't know if I like that, or that doesn't appeal to me. But at the end of the day, it makes the country what it is sometimes, you know. Like, there are some things that may need to, you know, like, for example, the open dumpsters. there's dumpsters right down my street here. I could show them to you one day, just with trash all over the place, dogs jumping in the dumpsters, cows sitting there munching on like leftover organic waste and stuff, and just right out in the open road, you know, just not like back, there's like a designated spot. This dumpster just left on the side of the road, like it actually is sitting in the road. A car it's in the way, it's in the lane of the car. I mean, that's just the things. Now that could be cleaned up. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. You know, it might actually be nice if they would clean that kind of stuff up. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, these things make India what they are. And you know, there's definitely things that need to be taught, like education on, you know, germ theory and hygiene and things like that. Indians don't have they're not educated by the government about hygiene and stuff, and things like that. But that's why also I feel Indians, they have strong immune systems, you know. So in a way, there's a plus point. See, I noticed one thing. When I leave India and go back to the States, I never get sick in the States because the United States is a sterilized country. We are taught germ theory. Everything is about use hand sanitizer, wash your hands, everything, this, that. You know, everything is so clean there as compared to a place like India. And I live here and I go out and I eat I eat in the roadside, the streets, in the street stalls and the roadside food carts, and you know, I go out and eat the local restaurants and stuff, and you know, my immune system is built up to handle that now. You know, it might not have been when I first got here, well, not when I first got here now, but when I was younger. You know, I wasn't able to handle that when I used to come here. But now it's built up, and like when I go back to the States, I hardly ever get sick. I mean, literally, like my immune system is so much stronger that I hardly ever get sick. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying it's a fact. It's nothing to brag. I mean, I'm sure if anyone of you came and lived here for a couple months, it would happen to you too. You know, your body has to adapt, so. And it's a pretty cool thing, you know. So there's always pros and cons to everything, but what it is, it teaches you so much. You know, there's so many things we take for granted in the States. There's so many things from India that I take for granted that I don't have in the States as well. You know, like for example, the organic vegetables. What about the organic vegetables, dude? Come on. It's so ironic that in the United States, where we're supposed to be like this country that promotes that we are educated, and you know, our government educates us on nutrition. We have the USDA to give us our daily recommended values of vitamins and nutrients and stuff. They allow us to pay less money for the kind of food that is garbage in our bodies, putting garbage in our bodies, and it's totally unhealthy to us. We pay less for that than we do to go to Kroger's and go to the organic section. We got to pay 3 or 4 times more for the vegetables that are totally organic, that are not GMOs, that are not modified, or they don't use pesticides on them or stuff. That's just, it's unbelievable to me. Why is the stuff that is just natural, that comes from the earth, more expensive? I mean, I get why in a way, because of our high consumerism and stuff, and you know, it's cheaper and quicker to use certain methods to mass produce vegetables in a way, and put pesticides and whatnot, and you know, genetically modify the tomatoes so they're firmer so they don't get harmed and travel. But at the end of the day, I just want organic. I want to eat the things the way God intended. Over here, I get that right outside here on the side of the road. The lady is sitting there right on the side of the road. Some of them sitting on the floor. They put like a little those potato sacks. I forget the name of them. They're made of that kind of that stringy material. It's what are they called? I know the name of those sacks. Ah, well, somebody out there is probably saying it right now. Yeah, exactly what you just said. So they put those vegetables on those sacks on the side of the road, on the dirty floor of the road, but still, whatever it is, she sets it up real nice, and you can go and pick out vegetables that are grown right nearby your place, not in your city, somewhere in a nice garden somewhere, or in a nice area in your state somewhere. Totally fresh, totally organic, super cheap. I'm talking about I can get a whole cartload of vegetables here, and it would cost me probably no more than, like, I'm talking about like a cart, like a shopping cart like that you get in Walmart or Kroger's. Fill it all the way to the top with vegetables. It probably cost me no more than 50, not even 50, like 30, 20 or $30 max. That's way overshooting it, as a matter of fact. I'd say at 30 or 35, $40, I could fill up the whole cart to the top. I'm talking about all the way to the top. That's a lot of vegetables. I mean, easily. And I think I still think I'm overshooting that price, $45. Man, I'd really say at 20 we could pretty much fill the cart up pretty good. But you know, I go out every day. When I go out to get vegetables, I just pay. You know, I need to get some tomatoes, onions, and stuff. I just give them like $1 worth of money or $2 worth of money, and they bring me back a bag full of my onions and tomatoes and whatever else I need. You know, for $2. Go figure. So, and all organic chickens. My wife, when she came to the States, she was all like, "Damn, what do you guys put in your chicken?" She was looking at the chicken breasts in the chicken section. She was like, "What the hell kind of chickens are these? These are like some freaking super chickens. Breasts are like the size of my breasts." You know, she basically said that to me. And she was like, "The chicken," because here in India, the chicken shop is right down the street from me. And the chicken is alive. You can see the chicken. You can even talk to him and pet him, pet her. Usually they're hens. Pet her before she's going to be on your plate an hour later. And then, you know, you pick that out. The butcher comes out, takes him, cuts his neck. And very humane and all that. You know, does it. He has a very humane way of doing it. Slices his neck with a very sharp knife, puts him in a barrel, bleeds him out, plucks him, and all that done. And within, and it's they've got it down to a science. It's done within like 5 to 10 minutes. You have your chicken ready and cut and butchered, manufactured the way you want. I mean, fabricated the way you want, in the way if you want it with bones, boneless, whatever, you know. And it's an organic chicken, just totally organic. Eggs organic, everything organic. It's just like, why is it that we're a country where we're supposed to be like, you know, a great country that, you know, where there's a land of plenty, we don't get anything, you know, the things that we should be getting for cheaper are more expensive, and then all the crap and all the junk and all the fast food and all the stuff that's killing our society and killing us as individuals comes so cheap. Obviously, anyone, even a person who wants to eat healthy is going to be, if they're not making enough money, they don't have the kind of income they want, they're going to go for something that's probably not the best option for them. So you know what I'm saying? It's things like this, you know, traveling opens your mind to understand how the world works. And I love to travel. I love to see the world and see how it, and this is why travel and food and culture are my passion, because these things tell me more about the world than a lot of other things. And I am a voracious learner. I just love learning things all the time. I'm always wanting to soak up, you know, I'm not by any means a very smart person by any means, but I still like to learn. I'm very curious. I want to know why things work the way they do, why people do what they do, how things came about the way they did. Exactly. I love to know the origin of things. That's why I love history so much. So, you know, that's what traveling does for me, and I just wanted to share that with you guys, you know, because I wanted you to know that, you know, there's a reason why I'm so passionate about these things. There's a reason why I'm so passionate about pursuing my Wi-Fi lifestyle and doing the business I'm doing, because I want these things to be a part of my life every day. And if my blog, and that's why I can make money about a blog where I talk about travel, food, or culture, because it's made possible because of what I'm doing in life right now. Basically, I get to talk about, like right now, I'm going to post this on my blog. My blog helps to make money. I'm talking about the things I love, travel, food, culture, man. What's better than that? That's awesome. By the way, you can do that too. You know, there's always a link. There's always a link if you watch my videos at the bottom, where you can go and take a free tour or see a free video about what I do, who I learned it from. You can meet my mentor. He'll teach you things he's teaching me, or is still teaching me. He has taught me, and he's still teaching me to make money online, doing the things I love, and building my own lifestyle. So always, if you want, I would say go down there and just check it out. Go down there and click it. Put your name and your email address in. It's risk-free. You're going to get a link. Go and watch that video. Go click on that link in your email and go watch the video. And honestly, you'll thank me that you did, because more than likely, if you're still watching this video by now, still at this point, then it's probably definitely something you'd be interested in. So I would say go take a gander at it. But anyways, I just wanted to share that, man. Travel and life and food, culture, these things I'm so passionate about them, and it gives me such a different perspective on the world, and I just love it. I get to see things from such a different way everywhere I go. I mean, I could have explained you differences from other countries I've been to too, but right now, since I'm in India, I thought it was I'm in India, I thought it was the most relevant. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go now. Thanks for watching. And again, if you are interested in how you can, you know, be like in the example I used earlier, if you're a bow fisher, if you like go bow fishing, you're passionate about it, or if you like to go, you know, if you like, hey, let's say you love to go shopping. Let's say you're like a lady and you love shopping for clothes and shoes, and you want to write a blog about it and become an expert about it and make a living doing that. You can with my platform. Just go down there and click on the link, put your name and email address in. It's totally risk-free just to take a look. And I'm not doing this to make money, honestly. This is when I'm telling you this. I mean, obviously I will make money, but I'm making this blog to share about myself, but I've got to try and help where I feel that I can help. And I honestly and truly believe in what I'm doing, and I believe in sharing it with others, because I believe that everyone should be able to have that opportunity, at least check it out to see if it's something that could help them live a better lifestyle, fire their boss, make more time for their family, have the kind of money where they don't have to worry about things and take the vacations they want, or do the things they're passionate about, or buy their children the things they want for this coming Christmas, or, you know, get their wife that gift that she's always been, you know, dropping hints about, but you know, you just can't afford, or vice versa. You know, the ones that your husband's been dropping hints about that you can't afford. But that's why I share these things, because I want to be able to help people change their life and fix these things in their life that are a problem to them. So anyways, I'm going to let you guys go for now. Thanks a lot for listening to me. You know, just think about it. Next time you're outside and you're looking at the world, try to remember that there's people out there living in a totally different way than you, and it doesn't mean that you have a better life or a worse life, but it's something to think about. You know, there's always another way to look at life other than the way that we always are used to looking at it. All right, well, you guys take care. Thanks for watching.